There is a massive level of ego in that response. So if you're going to answer me with ego, then I'm going to answer you with an appeal to the same. First of all, say, try me, really. And second of all, I would also say, are there not people in your field around you that you feel talk a lot but don't say much, or are not as knowledgeable as you are? And guess what? They're all out there talking about these things while you're sitting here silently. Why? Because you don't want to give it a shot, and you don't want to try because you have a preconceived notion that somebody is not capable of understanding. So first of all, I don't want anybody to make the mistake of thinking that ghostwriting is bad, which I see sometimes. What would we even call them? Thought leadership purists? I don't know. I don't know. I don't want to give things terms. They'll say that ghostwriting is somehow, takes away from the power of the content. I disagree, really. I've seen so many fantastic ghostwriters that you sit with them for 30 minutes and really they create something that sounds like you. And if somebody is strapped for time, first of all, it should be accepted that ghostwriting is okay, yeah? The second thing is that people need to accept that great thinkers don't make great writers. At the end of the day, these guys are great thinkers, and ghostwriting is an absolute skill. I did a lot of this, so I'm a writer by trade, and I can tell you my experience when this is happening. So you give me, 30 minutes or an hour with a senior executive that has really great ideas, and you give me, 30 minutes or an hour with them, and I can probably write thousands of words that are not useless words. Because if you know how to ask the right questions, if you know how to engage with them, you can really get out the good stuff in that short of a time. When I sit down to write, I can see the structure formulating. Maybe not just for that piece, but for other pieces that come from the same conversation. I can see it in front of my eyes. I don't know how to explain it. Like, it all just comes together. Ghostwriting, I think, is definitely a skill because of this. But I can see it come together in one, even for a topic that I know nothing about. So there is some kind of structure, some kind of science, because you mentioned when we last spoke, this idea of like, is there a science to it? I don't know if that's the science or the art, really, but there's this weird I don't know, like, when you think of Da Vinci, like seeing his stuff in his mind, I don't know, there is some kind of, it forms in your mind about a topic that you know nothing about. Guess what? I know exactly what's important, what's different, what's unique about them, what should be said, because I did the whole process in a certain way when I was talking to that person, even for 30 minutes. This is something that is very intangible that I don't know. I wouldn't even know how to begin to teach, or as you can see, it's difficult to explain. But there's such a beauty in that. If I can communicate anything, it's that don't take ghostwriting for granted. I have a little bit of a semi-debate going on with PR for many reasons, or what PR has become, because I don't think this is what it was intended to be. And this ghostwriting thing is one of those, because I think the concept of ghostwriting has been, like, the value of it and of the skill has been brought down in terms of level and importance because of how we treat PR today.